presentation of the National Football League.
Now from just east of the Mississippi River, EA Sports welcomes you to the home of the Blues, Memphis, Tennessee. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store. As it'll be the Snowhawks of Vancouver taking on the Pioneers of Memphis. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. He's got his guys in midseason form already, an impressive 3-0 start to the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys back home following their international trip a week ago, so we'll see if all that traveling has any lingering effects going forward. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the former Michigan State QB, a starter here in his rookie campaign.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First down.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
On the ready.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
45-yard line.
Ready? 60, go!
Looking to throw. Darby. And Walker has it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Step, let go.
Off the play fake. Darby. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
Johnson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Off the bootleg. Darby under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on second and goal. A loss of 7. And it brings up third.
Come on, come on. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun. Darby looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Matthew McCrane on for the field goal.
McCrane able to knock this one through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Felton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Woodard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Azeez Ojulari on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
2nd down and 8. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Price. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run on first down. Woodard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On play action, they'll throw. That's into the hands of Oliver. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
That's another Vancouver.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will push his way forward now to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Snowhawks.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here we go, start. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Up the middle, Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
18.
Now the first carry here for the running back. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Got it. Ready.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Hey. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They run. It's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it will be incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
McCrane's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here 1st and 10.
You're exactly right. Calling you there. Yeah.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throw left side complete. That's Price. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd down.
The 34-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there. 1st down.
First down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And the Vancouver first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ty Felton, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Snowhawks are able to stretch out their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8.
14.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
Touchdown, field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Just when they get dogs down there on the inside, they can't count soon.
Operating from the gun, Darby. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They give up the middle to Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Darby. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now they'll audible to something else.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2 seconds left.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
19.
Looking to throw. Darby. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
Back to throw. Darby toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Marching. Go.
Looking to throw. Darby. And it's caught. Touchdown. Colby Parkinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pioneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll throw now on the final play. That's laid out deep for Rice. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd and 11. He's got the connection left side to Brown. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On first down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Add
the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
First down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Snowhawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score.
So the drive there took 6 plays.
Pioneers 12.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
That's good.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
47-yard line.
Ready? Deputy Lion.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Off play action. Darby. His pass complete to Rucker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
A gain of 6. That's another Memphis first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Off the play fake. Darby. And Walker has it. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Pioneers have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. That time a 6-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. Warner. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
2nd and inches.
Motion man right is Rice. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Waters. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Memphis, Tennessee. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Let's go. Go.
Up the middle they go. Warner. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Gets it to Brown, complete. make it 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
That's where they're going to pick. The defense. The defense in the right end.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodard. Oh, he is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll drop the throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
That went out wide and intercepted. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll run on first down. Woodard. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stevenson on the tackle.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and goal.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
15 down, third and goal play.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tyree Stevenson picks it up. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2, 2:18 on the clock. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Darby toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
Scripted up in the back.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Walker. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Deputy! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready,
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Terrace.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He's back to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Terrace Marshall.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Cougar 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the ball comes loose. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
19, Tiger.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Vancouver, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Memphis, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
ReeceMustSee TV, ReeceMustSee football network. Let's get it.